some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. We're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the Clemson Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The give to the back. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that. But they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Got it in the middle. It's Sategna.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Snap from the gun on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Wilkerson. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to keep it in the air. Fakes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback. He'll just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third down, he drops the throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Trying to make magic with his... Turning it on! Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. On the option, it's Hawkins. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a third down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle. Force a fourth down.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy there.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The hand to the running back. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Give to the running back. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. They give it to him again.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. Was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Got his man quickly.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender there closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. To the air. It's Hawkins. The screen, he's got wheels. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
It's up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now on the move. Got some room there to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Sooners!
Yeah, I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about at the U for a long time. They're up by 17 over Kent State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Throwing on the run. Pulls it in on the right. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Clemson is quick to the line. He is flat slinging it. Tigers hope they can put together an offense like that Deshaun Watson-led group in 2015 that went for over 5,000 yards.
Yeah, and he was so hard to stick out. He was fun to watch, and you watch him scramble around, make plays with his legs. And this offense, it's kind of evolved over the years, and they've changed, but it's pretty much the same. They're going to feature their quarterback. They're going to throw the football, and he's usually a dang stud.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little release to the back. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Makes the grab. Into the end Tigers. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Toss to the outside. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Sends it back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Just a short pass to the tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's on target and complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Sooners will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on it.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Wants to go up top. They get enough push, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. I mean, he is electric, he is dynamic, he'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket, and when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Direct snap. Finds a little space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. With the catch, it's Wilkerson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hums it downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Wilkerson. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
Makes the grab outside. It's carry on. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
On the ground, it's Adams. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Using his feet.
I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Makes the grab. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. He's got the tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the Sooners will have it 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. To the air on 1st down. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter. Couldn't quite find his man. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here at the 1st drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this 1st half.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
And that's a picture-perfect start for this defense. To start the 2nd half now, your team's got the lead. You get to stop right away, get the ball right back to your offense to try to expand this lead. Nice start to the 2nd half.
Clemson looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. 1st down and more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that That momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Dumps it to the back. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Might be changing the route. Motion from the back. On third and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Thomas. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Offense facing fourth down.
It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking left. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Beck's going for the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Snap it to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And the offense defense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Motion from the wideout. Trying to barge their way in. He's in the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think
Lost one deep down the right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And Clemson might just be rolling out another dude at quarterback. They've had 3 guys throw for more than 10,000 yards, including the great Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, and it feels like every year you're going, okay, yeah, that guy, he's next. He's next in line to be that dude because they do a good job with their QBs and finding them, recruiting them, and then developing them and really using their skill sets great. That's why Clemson had that stretch of such dominance in college football.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pulls it in, it's Turner. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. The quarterback will keep it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. They want to throw it. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running the read option to the left. There he goes. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. The 30, at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Sooner!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
With the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Gets the back moving. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They'll try the run. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires one high and deep. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll go with a direct snap. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
You know, it's tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this win.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 11 over UNLV. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin is going to take a shot. Makes a grab down the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Quickly complete. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Lost to throw again. Complete in the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Defense in press coverage. Back to pass on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his second catch of the game, and we're essentially in a 2-minute situation. They have risen to the challenge. They knew coming in they were going to have to limit him, but I don't know if they even thought they'd be able to do this good of a job.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They go to the wide receiver screen. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Go straight ahead. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. From the gun, looking for a man. And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out, and it's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. Ball skips out of bounds, penalty flag flies, and the onside kick is unsuccessful. Running the option, it's Hawkins. Oh, it's on the ground, high ball. Defense picks it up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field.
Trying to get behind the defense. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
I understand the sense of urgency for defense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
That's caught. It's Brown. Pace to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Clemson jumps to the line. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Now improvising. Unleashes one. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go. Makes the grab, past the marker. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds his man, it's Turner. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Floating away. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Wants to throw on 1st down. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw it. Pass is incomplete, and by stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
You just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a 1-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And the extra point splits the uprights. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The read option right to start this drive. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
He'll take it himself. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Leaves it with the running back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Sooners inside the final minute, trying to wind this clock to 0. They'll go to the toss. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A designed run for the quarterback. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much